29-year-old pianist's mysterious death. Was it a suicide or a cold-blooded murder? What is the truth behind the pianist's death?
सुसाइड का भी नहीं है, मर्डर का भी नहीं है, और ही कुछ बहुत बड़ा बुका।
Biggest revelation by the most crucial witness.
वही दिया है, उसका पता हो सकता है।
Pianist's death mystery decoded on NewsX.
Breaking news coming in on this big NewsX special investigation. Mumbai police have taken cognizance of NewsX's sting operation and a special investigation, and they are now saying that they are going to act according to what NewsX has revealed in its exclusive and explosive special report. Let's go across to the man who has brought you that exclusive story on television, our special correspondent Faizan. Faizan, clearly the Mumbai police have said that now they have taken the revelations coming out from our special report quite seriously indeed.
Yeah, well, absolutely. We are trying to reach out to the cops, but the cops are not ready to speak on camera as of now. But this is what we have been informed by the top sources in the Mumbai police, that they have already taken the cognizance of the story that we have aired on the NewsX today. And also the cops have clearly said that they have taken Vinod and they are cautioning him to find out what exactly has happened, because what he has said is something different, and now what he has said to the NewsX investigation is really something different. So they are cautioning him to find out the real story, what has happened with Karan on the 9th of September and what has happened on the 5th of September, because these are the two stories that we have broke. Karan has Vinod has said something different to the cops if you go by his statement, and what he has revealed in a NewsX sting operation, which is something different now. So the whole direction of the case, the investigation, the whole direction of the investigation is going to change now, and the Mumbai police will surely speak on the camera very soon. This is what I'm getting from the sources in the Mumbai police.
Stay with us, Faizan. Let's also get in a perspective from a senior editor, Arthur Khan, who's also joining us in the studio. Arthur, what would be the key aspects and the key takeaways from NewsX's special investigation that would be of particular interest to the Mumbai police?
Well, you see, it is a revelation which has been made in Faizan's expose, in which he's managed to speak to the servant who's revealed that, there's more than meets the eye.
Yes.
From day one, the police had reasons to suspect, it is not a simple suicide. The reason being that Karan in his SMSs had said that he was beaten up. Moreover, his parents have also leveled a number of allegations which prove there was a history of rift between him and other people. So there are a number of telltale signs which suggest, which directly, sort of indicate that there was something wrong. Now with this revelation, it is an added tool of investigation for the Mumbai police, which can, of course, take this person, Vinod, the servant, to record his statement under section 164 before a magistrate, and which can later be used as a piece of evidence in the court of law.
Indeed, Arthur. And of course, a lot of key aspects coming in which proves that, the truth has been covered up, at least in this case. We've got more breaking news coming in fast on the heels of NewsX's expose. Now, the next news that we have got at this point are that the Mumbai police, who we just told you are taking cognizance of our report, are now have now called the domestic help for questioning. Of course, remember, it was this man Vinod who was caught on camera on NewsX revealing that yes, what he told the police was not entirely the truth, and what the truth is what he told Faizan. Let's go across to Faizan to just sum up the Faizan. What were the key pointers or the key revelations made by Vinod, who is now being taken into custody for the police, to explain the fact as to why he's given them a different statement?
Yeah, well, absolutely. If you go by the entire sting operation that we have conducted, the two theories which is coming out, one is of the 5th September story, where we have earlier reported that Karan was dangled from the balcony of the Concord building, which was denied by the cops after investigating Rishi Shah, his manager Vidhi Shah, and the servant also. So these people, they have given statement which is something different. Cops have said that there's nothing suspicious, even if you go by the 5th September story. Although the neighbor of the Rishi Shah, she has said that she has seen Karan was dangled and he was screaming, he was shouting on the window, and that's why she went up and she asked and she checked, and that's the statement she has given to the cops. And now what the servant has told us, that actually actually he was dangled by Karan. He was actually tied with the dog leash by Karan. I was actually holding his leg. So this is the big revelation that cops have to find out what exactly has happened on the 5th of September. And also on the 5th of September, which is missing from the Mumbai police investigation, is that the Estonian national woman Susanna Usma was not present. No record as per the Mumbai police. If we go by the entire investigation, the 5th September story, Estonian national woman was not present for Mumbai police. But in our investigation, the servant Vinod has clearly said that stop her before she leaves the country, because if once she leaves the country, the case will be closed.
Okay.
Because it means that somewhere he is indicating she is very important to this case.
All right, Faizan. Let's now listen in, meanwhile, to more responses which have come in, because with the other exclusive, NewsX is also getting you the exclusive Bollywood responses on the mysterious death case of Karan Joseph.
I think he was such a talent, such an outstanding pianist, such a bright boy. I've met him a few times in Bombay, and whatever was right and justice, definitely, he's such a nice boy. I remember it shouldn't have happened. Yeah. He had a lot more to give to the world. Like, he was going international. He was having collaborations with such great acts. You know, we read about him. We should be proud. So I think justice should happen.
Boss, I think India's change and justice eventually happens. And especially in Bombay, like I said again, our cops are something else, you know. However big a celebrity you might be, they do this and every car stops, whether it's Mr. Bachchan or it's Shraddha or me. So Bombay police are pretty, I think it'll happen.
Let's listen to more responses coming in on this big exclusive.
Murder or suicide, it can only be said after forensic investigations. Scientific clues are to be collected, and a lot of scientific clues may be there, like electronic evidences where the Karan has gone just before the death, or the persons who have visited him, to whom he has called, his locations at various places, like that.
Police officers will have to then arrest him and interrogate him in custodial interrogation, and he is bound to speak out to police whatever is within his knowledge. And it is, of course, he can't give judgment. He can't say that it must have happened like that. But factually, whatever is within his knowledge, he has to share it with investigating agency. If he does not, he can himself be booked.
Atir, when you take into account those revelations that have come in Faizan's exclusive story, the fact that 4 days before this incident, a neighbor actually saw Karan being dangled from the railings here, plus the mysterious presence of the Estonian woman, clearly it indicates there's a lot more to what meets the eye and what the police must go into.
Well, most certainly, Ritanshu, there's a sequence of events which has led to this death. There are a lot of things which are amiss. For instance, that woman who was present there but was not shown. Moreover, now with the revelation which we have in the form of the servants' disclosures, it has high evidentiary value. And the guests, the IPS officers with illustrious background in our panel who are with us would elaborate on this, that it can be produced as piece of evidence. If Mumbai police wants, it can go in for a statement before the magistrate, and which can be produced in the court of law as evidence. The good thing, Ritanshu, is the case has not been closed. The charge sheet has not been filed.
And with the Mumbai police taking in cognizance of this report and calling in Vinod for questioning, we understand that the case will now pick up steam. Thanks a lot for joining me, Faizan and Atir. Let's once again bring you a summation of that exclusive NewsX investigation.
Once a popular face in the indie music circuit, pianist Karan Joseph's alleged suicide has become a jigsaw puzzle. as Mumbai police piece together the clues. This week-long investigation by NewsX unearths bone-chilling facts.
I'm right here outside the Concord building, Bandstand in Bandra, where the pianist Karan Joseph have allegedly committed suicide on 9th of September by jumping off from the 12th floor of this building. Many developments have been reported in this case in media, but what we are revealing today will definitely shake your soul. And this revelation will also take the entire case into a whole new direction.
September 12th, the day when the Mumbai police finally filed the case of abetment of suicide. The day when Karan Joseph's father spoke out to highlight the torture his son was facing. It was also the day when the cops were to question Karan Joseph's flatmate and close friend, Rishi Shah. We camped at the Bandra police station, where Rishi Shah and Vinod, the domestic help, were being grilled. This is what he told us in his defense.
I do not want to, what's the word I'm looking for, taint or prejudice the investigation in any way. I think the police know what they're doing. It's a very, very, you know, it's a lot of things being said, so let the process take place.
But it was too little too late. By now, the Pandora's box was already open.
तेरे को क्यों बुला रहा है? जब तेरा तो तू अंदर था तो तेरा रोल ही नहीं है उसके अंदर. जिसने देखा उसको बुलाना चाहिए. तू कूदा तो तू देखा क्या उसने? अगर तूने मतलब मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि जैसे वो कूदा ना उस समय जो देखा है वो विटनेस रहेगा. अगर अबेटमेंट होता है.
According to the statement given to the police by both Rishi Shah and the domestic help, there were 3 people who were present. Rishi Shah, his friend Susanna, and Vinod the servant, all at home, and all saw Karan Joseph jump off the 12th floor. Rishi Shah also told the cops that Karan looked him in the eye as he jumped to his death. But now, hear this.
अगर तूने मतलब मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि जैसे वो कूदा ना उस समय जो देखा है वो विटनेस रहेगा. अगर अबेटमेंट होता है.
This was just the tip of the iceberg. More skeletons tumbled out of the closet when we questioned Vinod on the much talked about incident on September 5th, just 4 days before Karan Joseph's mysterious death, when a neighbor raised the red flag of a man hanging from the balcony of Rishi Shah's residence.
क्या वो उसको लटका दिया था ऐसा क्या? खुद गया था ना पैसा निकालने के लिए. किसी ने उसको लटका दिया था.
यार एक बार तो मेरे को लगता है कि यार कहीं अगर मेरे मुंह से कुछ निकल गया ना कहीं.
नहीं तो वो तो बताया है ना कि रस्सी का पट्टा कुत्ते का पट्टा बांध दिया था तो उसको दूसरा था.
मैंने बताया मैंने खींचा था.
तो तूने मतलब वो खुद ही गया था ना लाने के लिए. तो कोई लटकाया उटकाया नहीं था ना. उसको भी फेंक दिया. वो औरत ने क्या बोला पता है? नीचे वाली बोला है कि मतलब मैंने देखा ऐसा उल्टा लटका हुआ था और वो चिल्लाने लगा.
जानता हूँ सारी काम जानता हूँ. बस ये है कि यार इनका कुछ नहीं जाएगा. ये बड़े आदमी है समझे ना.
देख मैं वो क्या बोल रहा हूँ उसके अंदर कि अगर देख उसके अंदर ना कुछ भी गड़बड़ किया रहा होगा ना उसने तो पुलिस को ना फाइंड आउट करने में टाइम लगेगा. थोड़ा टाइम जाएगा. ऐसे बड़े बड़े केसेस में ना टाइम जाता है. ठीक है. बट जैसा कि तूने स्टेटमेंट जो दिया हुआ है ना पुलिस को.
मैंने तो वही दिया है जो उसका बच्चा हो सकता है. अगर मैं थोड़ा सा मुँह खोल दूँगा ना फंस जाएगा बुरी तरह फंस जाएगा.
वो तो मैं जानता हूँ, बट देख कैसा है ना कि वो उसमें 50 बार अपना स्टेटमेंट नहीं चेंज करना, 50 बार तू अपना स्टेटमेंट चेंज करेगा ना तो वो लोग, वो जो तू बोल रहा है वो बड़े लोग हैं, तेरे को अटका देंगे।
वही तो मैं इसके लिए अभी तक एक ही दे रहा हूँ, अगर मेरे पे कोई बात आती है तो उगल देगा सबकी, उसके दोस्तों को भी सबकी लाइन लगा।
The truth about the September 5th incident was in front of us. The fact that Rishi Shah's domestic help, Vinod, gave a false statement to shield him was even more than evident. But what raised the doubts was, why would Vinod do this? Was he being forced by Rishi Shah? Or was he being lured by money? What was Rishi Shah trying to cover up, if anything? And what exactly was Vinod trying to hide? We now began probing what happened on the night before the fateful morning of 9th of September.
कुछ उसके साथ गलत हुआ है क्या, उस रात के दिन क्या हुआ था? अभी जैसे मुझे ऋषि ने उस दिन इंटरव्यू में बताया कि ऐसा 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 हुआ था, हम लोगों ने देखा, और जहाँ तक मुझे पता है कि कोई नहीं देखा उसे।
मेरा नाम नहीं आना चाहिए, मैं सुसाइड नहीं हुआ, लेकिन ऐसे खाली सुसाइड का नहीं है, मर्डर का भी नहीं है।
मतलब
सुसाइड का भी नहीं है, मर्डर का भी नहीं है, और ही कुछ है, बहुत बड़ा बहुत। अगर इसको सुलझाने जाएंगे ना,
वो खुदा तो है ना खुद से,
खुदा खुद से है, ये में तो बहुत भारी है, इसमें कम से कम सारे तो उसके पैसे चलेंगे अंदर।
The big questions are now out. The truth, the facts and the reality is not what meets the eye. While cops have questioned Karan Joseph's friends, including Rishi Shah, the police probe has yet to reach a conclusion. As more evidence emerges with the NewsX investigation, several questions now stare us in the face. Did the 29-year-old pianist commit suicide? Or was it cold-blooded murder? Was the September 5th incident a dress rehearsal of what happened on the morning on the 9th? Who was the person or people who brutally beat up Karan Joseph? Was the pianist driven to suicide due to threats he had received? And are there more people, bigger names, bigger issues, bigger conspiracies in this entire web?
And as a result, a talented young pianist, Karan Joseph, was no more in this world. Was it a suicide? Was it murder? Was it, as Vinod said, something much bigger than that? The world will know only as the probe escalates, but for now, we at NewsX pay our tribute to the incredible artist named Karan Joseph.
From jamming at home to the music studios, to how he saw music.
When I started playing, I was 4. Since then, I've just been adapted to music, like it's just been part of me. Music is like a sound for me. Like I just hear the sound and I adapt. If I feel good about it, I just play.
To playing in jazz clubs.